Hi, everybody, and welcome to interview number 9 of my Believe to Succeed series. And today I am joined by Steffanie Yagli. So, hi, Steffanie.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So good, thank you.
Good. Thank you so much for doing this with me. Would you be able to just do a bit of an introduction on who you are and what you do?
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much for having me on. Firstly, can I say what an honour to be back here with you again and chatting with you. I just love your company. Loads. I'm Steph. I'm originally from the UK, but I live in Turkey. And I run an online business as a wellness and mindset coach for busy and ambitious mums to help them cut through stress, overwhelm, create balance at home, and thrive at work.
Oh, that's
So that's what I
amazing.
do.
And how did you
Yeah.
get into that? But it's quite obviously you're specific there. You're wanting to help mums, and it was that because that was a space that you was in that you want to help people, or how did it all come about?
Yeah, absolutely. So for me as well, it's very much about modern day motherhood because times have changed. We're living in a different world. There's lots of other things going on. And yeah, so for me, I was very much a free spirit, kind of hippie, very happy-go-lucky person, traveled the world off the back of reading The Secret, which I'm sure many of us
We
know
all
about.
start there. I love
We all
it.
start there. I know. It's like, how did you get into this? Well, I read a book, The Secret, and it's like, oh my God. Yeah, thank God that book was written. Otherwise, none of us would be where we are doing
No.
what we're doing. And the biggest thing I love about that book is I heard someone say before, and I do believe this is true, that book comes into your life when you're meant to find it. Like that book finds you.
Yeah.
And I love that. And I feel like that's what happened to me. And then when I was traveling off the back of reading that book, I found, well, it was given to me from someone, the follow-up to the book. And I was like, oh, it's my time again. This is great. Let's just do more. So that was awesome. And then yes, I was roaming the world, living, loving life, came to Turkey, met my husband. And then you kind of have to settle down a little bit then. But I've still been right. I've still been ambitious. I still wanted a career. I'm very that kind of person. And then I became a mum, which is just such a blessing in itself. And I have a bit of a fertility thing going on, but that's another conversation for another time. So I felt super blessed to become a mum. And then I decided that I still wanted to work and have a career and be ambitious. So I also launched my first business as well. So I became a mum and launched the business and realised that, wow, okay, this is not as easy, or this is quite challenging. And well, so I kind of wanted to have both. And then I think when you become a mum, so many things change and you can become very lost along the way as well. And you get a lot of judgments around how you should do things, who you should be. Yeah. So I was very much battling with my head and my heart, and having my first baby felt like such a miracle, and I wanted to be there for my baby. So I wanted to work at home.
Yeah.
But working at home, being a mom, living the dream, yeah, I can do it all, can have it all. And it was really super challenging. So I was very much feeling pressured by the society, modern judgments, and all that kind of stuff. But then I was also so like career driven and ambitious. So I dedicated so much time to my business. I was all into my business, and I kind of became disconnected from everything. And I wasn't a bad mom and I wasn't a bad person. I was just doing the best with what I knew at the time. So I was trying to manage both, and then but I was neglecting myself. I was neglecting my self-care. I was putting everything else first, everyone else first, trying to manage all the things. But not that anybody was putting that pressure on me, but I was just going from what I knew and what I witnessed growing up. And I saw my mum having 3 jobs, and the struggle was real, and making money hard. So I had that hustle mentality, plus wanting to be a mum, and it was, I didn't realize kind of what I was doing to myself. And then a turning point in my life was I lost my dad very suddenly, very unexpected, and my world just shattered. And I kind of had an awakening in that moment, because you feel like you've got all the time in the world to figure this out.
Yeah.
And we don't have all that time. So for me, I decided I was gonna just stop, and you want the world to stop when something like that happens. So I stopped, and I just became me, who became connected again with my family and the things which were important to me. And I had time again, and I had just I realized that I was sitting in grief for a long time as well. So I was still in that kind of ill health, and I thought, this is going down the wrong road. And I decided I wanted to kind of not reinvent myself, but I just thought, right, okay, I need to snap out of this now.
Yeah.
How can I take care of myself, take care of my children, and work, because it must be possible. And this is like a clean slate for me now. I just changed as a person, everything shifted, and I thought, right, I'm going to get some help to help me do this so I can have all the things. And I found a life coach, and I went through this journey of like self-development again, self-transformation, and started taking super care of myself, my body, my mind, my spirit. And once I did that, everything else just naturally started to shift. And I became that happy, go lucky, free spirited girl that I was, and that I loved, and the person I came to be. And then I just thought, okay, I need to show other people how to do this. I need to kind of, I want to help other people feel this way, because because a lot of people started saying to me, like, Steph, you're looking really well again. Steph this, Steph that. Like, Steph's got her sparkle back, because everyone's always known me as this positive, happy person, which I was, and I knew was inside, and I wanted to find her again. And I thought, you know, I don't want to anyone else to kind of have a major thing happen in their life for them to be pushed to that point where they realize and they need to make change, or they want to make change but they wait for something like that. I want them to realize that they can have it now,
whenever.
So that's what happened. And then I just thought, I want to help other people do the same. And the mums for me was everything, because it was becoming a mum that I started to lose myself, but I didn't know why. But now I understand it's because of the things we're taught, the things we witnessed growing up, the beliefs, the stories, the society that existed, and it worked, you know, before the war. Right? And then but we're living in a different society now, and it is possible for mums to have businesses, it is possible for mums to have careers, it is possible for mums to have the things that they want, and have children, and have it all, however that looks for them.
Because everyone's all is different, isn't it? Like, everybody can, like, everybody wants different things, and when you know what you want, just know that you can get it. And I think you really hit the nail on the head for me there, and it's something that's really sort of resonated with me, that you like realized that you need to start looking after yourself, because that is the massive game changer for me. That's where I changed. I was putting everybody else before myself, and then at that point I stopped being able to help them at the same level as I used to. And so I had to take that step back, look after myself, and now I'm able to help more people again. And it's just amazing. And I love that, like, you just literally explained how I've sort of experienced something. However, I'm just a bit further, like, at the beginning of my journey than what you are. You're way ahead, but that's fine. We're all on a different journey. It's no problem. So what is your sort of biggest inspiration? Like, obviously you've got your goals, you've got what you're doing amazing work for some amazing mums in the world. What is your sort of inspiration? What is the big goal for you?
The big goal for me is being a voice for all the modern day mums out there who want to live unapologetically, that word, why is that such a struggle to say in this moment? Who want to be brave enough to go after the things that they want, but feel like they can't because of how life used to be. And it's all about upgrading our mindsets. That we upgrade our phones, right? We upgrade technology. We live in such a technology-based world now, and we put that first, but we're humans behind it. And I don't believe that women should still feel bad for the things that they want, or to feel like I want women to know that they can. It's not a case of either or. You get to have both, and to feel brave enough to say, if I want to go for a spa day with my girls, I can. If I want to work, I can. If I need to show up on a Zoom call with my baby in my arms, I can.
Absolutely.
Look at Jacinda, in New Zealand. She's an inspiration for me of she's her first seat in power.
Oh my goodness, I know.
Nation with a baby. I want, it's very modern day times, and I want women to be able to live and honour their desires and go for the things that they want, and not feel bad, not feel selfish, not feel because exactly like you said earlier, we need to be given from a full cup. And when we're good and we're vibing and we're happy and we're having the things that we want, we can give people the best. And don't they deserve to have the best of us?
Absolutely. Yeah. 1,000,000%. And I mean, we found each other on Instagram, and I love the content that you put out there. You put out some amazing quotes, which I'm always sharing because I just love them. But do you have a lot of people coming to you and just sort of saying how much you inspire them? And it's obviously you have done me, and so I can only imagine that you get a lot. Do you find that?
Yeah, and I have people saying to me, "You're living the dream." The biggest thing I have people say to me is, "Oh, I wish I could do that, but," or "I wish I could have that," or "You're so lucky because." If
I do this, then I might be able to have that, or if I there's nothing stopping anybody right now, is there?
No, and nobody picked me up, put me in Turkey, gave me this mindset, and we're like, off you go. That would have been.
It's a journey. You've been through a lot to get you to that stage, and I don't think that's what a lot of people struggle with when they see people on social media or on the TV or wherever. They might see someone down the street that they're looking at someone that looks like they've got it all. They've got all the abundance in the world, and they've got the sort of lifestyle that everyone would ever dream of. They don't see the challenges that they've had to go through to get to that point. And it's that thing, isn't it, where you can have whatever you want if you're willing to work for it, and you're willing to make some sacrifices, because at the end of the day it will be worth it. But it just depends how much you want it at the end of the day, doesn't it? And it's having that self-belief to know that you can do that. Have you got any tips for anybody that may not have a clue at the moment? They might be a mum that is doing it all, that's running around after all the family, and they are forgetting themselves. Are there any sort of small snippets that they can maybe do to sort of make that first step to start looking after themselves a bit more?
Yeah, I would say self-care and self-love is massive. It's massive, massive, massive. And when it's so difficult, because people can sometimes think, okay, I'm just going to have a bath and that's my self-care, right? But I mean,
you're cleaning.
Right. And no, absolutely, give yourself your time to do that. But the self-love part of it is just so huge. And I would say the way we speak to our best friends, the things that we tell them, things that we advise them, start to look at those within ourselves, and become aware of the stories and the things that you're telling yourself, and creating an awareness around that and catching yourselves in the moments where you find yourself putting yourself down, or you're looking in the mirror or whatever, or you're saying, oh, you know, you're beating yourself up because you've had a bad day, you're putting your child into bed and you've worked and you've juggled everything and you've tried to do it all, and tried to do it all perfectly.
Yeah.
Like, you're already setting yourself up for failure by trying to be the perfect everything in the world anyway, because that's the biggest way you're going to let yourself down, is trying to be perfect, because no one is. So I would say, when you give your kiss to your child at night, know that your child is just seeing you as perfect, even if you don't feel like it is, and give yourself that grace. Yeah,
absolutely.
And
I love that.
Yeah, that would just be one of my biggest. Take some deep breaths in the moment. And I can't claim credit for this, but I heard it on a podcast, and I wish I had the name of the person, or I could share with you. But it was all about being mindful in the moments. And I always say, I help women manage the happy chaos more mindfully, right?
Oh.
And it was a Dr. Chatterjee podcast. I don't know if you listen to it, but I can highly recommend it. It's incredible. And it was actually a guy speaking, and it was a dad working from home, trying to do all the things. And it was about mindfulness. And Dr. Chatterjee said to him, well, what do you do in those moments when it just feels like everything is just crazy? Because it does happen. And he said, I wish I could remember his name because I just want to credit him. He said, I just sit here and I go, do you know what? This is weird. This is crazy. This is hilarious. This is just happening. So what can I do apart from just laugh through the moments and just realize I can't control this right now. I can just laugh, and yeah, it's hilarious and weird, and this is being a dad, and this is just wild, and finding the humor in the fact that we laugh and we're humans, and that's going to happen.
I love
you
that.
can find little moments like that.
Yeah, I mean, you do find yourself having a moment, don't you, where like it looks like everything's just falling apart, and you could sit there and crumble, or you could just sit there and think, come on, bring it on. What else do you want to throw at me? I've got this. And laugh about it. And yeah, I can see that would be a really good sort of step to take. What's your favourite book?
Oh my goodness, where do I start?
What's your favourite 3? Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair. I'm literally like a massive like books in my life right now. Anyone's like, what do you want for your birthday? Books. What do you want for your birthday? Books. Oh. So I love Denise Duffield Thomas, Get Rich Lucky Bitch.
I love that.
Absolute favourites. Yeah, I love her so much. Because she makes the mindset work easy.
Yeah.
You know, start easy if you're going to start on a mindset journey, and be flowy, and don't be hard on yourself, and just let it ingrain. And so one of my fave, Gabby Bernstein, all day long.
Yeah.
For Attractor.
I've not read that one yet. I need to.
Oh yeah, get it. Put it on your book club. I'm going to join. I will join and do that with you again.
Right, we'll do it. I'll send it after this, definitely. And she'll be in it.
For sure. Yeah. Because it's all about. It's not always about what you're doing in the moments. It's who you're being in the moments, right? And it's having that awareness around it. And that's when life becomes fun. And that's when, if you're living life in alignment and with joy and ease and grace and flow, it doesn't really matter what's going on or what you're doing, because you're good, and everything is like, and it's easier to handle the crappy stuff and the rough times when you're feeling good, right? So those two, and Jen Sincero, I mean, she's hilarious.
Oh, I don't know this one.
Yeah, so her first book I read, You're a Badass.
Oh, right, yeah. I have heard of that book. Yes, that's on my list for the book club as well.
Yes. So how to stop doubting your greatness and start living an awesome life. She's just hilarious. And again, I just think laughter is joy. And if you can laugh through the craziness of society in the world today, then you're already winning. And then she's got a great collection of follow-on books, money mindset, you know, habits, all that good stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Top of mind.
Oh, well, is there anything else that you want to add? Obviously, this is the Believe to Succeed sort of series, so it is all around self-belief, and you have covered a lot of that. Is there any sort of golden nuggets that you've got that you want to sort of end this interview with?
I want to end on something like really impactful,
really powerful. Like a boom moment, mic drop.
yeah, for sure. And now I'm sitting him on the spot, and I'm like, what can I think of? There's just so much. Okay, I would say surround yourself with the people who can show you what's possible, because you sometimes things seem so out of reach, and they feel impossible, and when we're around the same things and we're so in it, and we're hearing the same energy going on, but deep down in your heart, in your gut, in your soul, that you want something more for yourself. And this can be anybody. This can be a mum. I mean, my niche is mums, because I'm a mum, and I feel like mums put extra pressure on themselves. Absolutely. But anyone, whether you're female, male, and regardless of all the other voices that you're hearing, you thinking, and I'm someone different, and I want something different. And there's people that you aspire to be like. Hang out in their energy, whether it's a podcast you listen to, whether it's a book that you read, whether you reach out and you network. We have social media, that can do so much good as well. I know it's not always the best to be in social media all the time, but if you've got a networking group, and there's people that you're looking at and you're feeling like, I like their vibe, and they're doing what I want to do. They're not different to you. We're all the same human beings trying to do the best we can with what we've got, right? The only difference is they went after it and they made it happen, and they're just a couple of steps ahead of you. So connect with them, hang out in their energy, read the books, be surrounded by all the greatness, all the good things you want to hear. You'll just start to notice that everything else will arise around you, and you'll become that person that you aspire to be.
Absolutely 100%. Love it. I think that was a mic drop moment. I think you did well. Okay. Thank you so much for that. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful evening.
Oh, you too, my darling. I can't wait to speak to you again already. I love you.
Thank you.